Right, that's that one. Ta-da! They got their Christmas decorations up round here. There's Christmas decorations in quite a few shop windows and stuff. Excuse me. There was a bunch of people just sat at a bus shelter, but none of them seemed to actually want a bus. A lot of them have parted ways now, and the rest of them are out there in front of the shop. I would love to have seen a bus like come by and stop at the bus stop. See how the bus would react if those people sat at the bus stop and didn't get on the bus. I've noticed a lot of kids tend to do that. They tend to just hang around bus stops, but they don't actually want to get on the bus. They just hang around there for some reason. I can kind of understand, like, if it's a really shit weather, like if it's raining, and they want somewhere to sit when they're out, so they sit on a bus shelter. Oh, hi, Anxanu. Good evening to you. Nice to see you again. Ugh, this last bit's burnt. I'm just gonna put this phone down a minute. I'll be with you in a minute. Just bear with me. Oh, it's so cold. Jesus. Oh, sorry, I just had to have that last bit of food. Oh god, that's hot. That last bit of food is absolutely hot. Hot, hot, hot. Chicken tikka on a wrap it was. Oh, there's some of them. I didn't realise there was people still in there. It's quite late. They're looking up.
You see? Oh, I can. Yeah, you see it? It's almost like a halo.
Talking about stars. I don't know if the moon is waning or whether it's getting... God, I'm freezing. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful clear night, but it's absolutely freezing. There's lots of they're taking pictures of it. I was going to take pictures of the moon before, but I decided not to. I'll probably do it in a minute. The flag is all...
We were looking right.
It's absolutely beautiful. Anyway, so how are you guys doing? I wish there was more to show you, but there's nothing really much else. Absolutely freezing. Jupiter is next to there, apparently. The star itself isn't Jupiter, isn't it? I don't know if they work there or they're visiting, but they've looked out the window and they've seen like a star and the moon. Yeah, it's freezing. It's gone really cold. Like yesterday it was kind of cold, but today it's like proper like freezing. It's proper freezing today. I'm all bundled up. I've got my ski pants on. It's really cold. I mean, I start putting my ski pants on before it gets this cold because I you say, a cold ass. Now, for those who don't know what a cold ass is, it's a person who is very, very sensitive to the slightest bit of temperature dropping. So, so to a lot of people, it might still be warm, even if if the temperature drops, but to most people, it would still be warm. And I can tell it's warm, but for me, it's not warm enough for me to be wearing say tights or thinner pants like leggings or thinner trousers, So as soon as the weather gets it is when it's in October, I start to feel the difference in the temperature. And when I'm out, if I'm walking, I'm fine, but if I'm going to be sitting like I do when I come out here, then I'm gonna start bundling up a bit more because I know I'm gonna be sitting. I don't know, people would think I'm crazy for doing this, for coming out and sitting, but lots of people do it. I don't know, I've seen lots of people come out in all weathers and they just sit on benches or bus shelters or in the park or whatever. I've seen kids hang out and there's a man, just like me, there's a man that comes here quite regularly. I see it every time, not every time, but sometimes a lot of the time, a few times when I've come here, I've seen him sit on that bench over there. There's a bench over there on the other side of the entrance here, where this beautiful lamp is here. This beautiful lamp. On the other side of this entrance here, where the beautiful lamp is and the beautiful tree, there's a bench over there and a bloke comes and he sits there, and I've seen him a few times and I've let on to him. So the first few times I saw him, we just looked at each other, but the last couple of times we've seen each other, I kind of smiled and let on, and he's smiled and let on back. So it's we're kind of regulars here, just coming and sitting for a while. But unlike me, he doesn't come with food or drink. He just sits there and he just looks at just plays on his phone for a bit, So there's quite a few people, and the last time I went to the park, it was cold and dark, and there was quite a few young people sat around, probably teenagers, and just sat around in the park. So quite a lot of people come out and just sit, no matter what the weather is. It's kind of their routine. It's what they want to do, and I kind of like it. It's not pleasant when it's really bad weather, but in this kind of weather, I don't mind, even though it's cold, because I dress warmly. So as long as I dress warmly, I'm fine. So for the past maybe couple of months, I've started to dress warmly so that I'm okay for coming out and sitting. And I'm gonna get moving now. I just really like it here, There's a lot going on. It's brightly lit. It's just, I don't know. The atmosphere is quite cool here. When I was coming here, I was I was talking about how I feel about daytime and nighttime and the different ways I feel. I don't know if any of you guys feel the same way, and it would be nice to get people's input on this, to see if anybody else feels the same way. But and it's going to be weird, it's going to be a bit confusing what I'm about to say, but I've always had this weird relationship with daytime and nighttime, if that makes sense. So ever since I was a teenager, not so much a child, but ever since I was a teenager, I've always, preferred the nighttime. And I never really knew why I preferred the nighttime to the daytime. I just always had this, it's a kind of like phobia of daytime. I know it's weird. And just, I'm trying to understand it myself, but I think I'm starting to glean like my mindset, because it's just stuff that's like subconscious. Like, I like the daytime, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love the daytime, okay, but only when I'm going out and doing things. Like, if I'm going out and doing things, obviously I like the daytime, but if I'm staying in, I prefer the nighttime. I know it's weird, because it's kind of like the daytime kind of represents doing things I don't want to do, whereas the nighttime represents doing things that I do want to do, like doing my art, or going on the computer and playing on the computer, playing games, watching telly, watching videos on YouTube, because I love to watch videos on YouTube. I'm a big fan, and I watch anything and everything. I watch reaction videos, I watch documentaries, I watch things like, I watch reviews like of movies and cartoons and stuff like CinemaSins. I watch CinemaSins, I watch Nostalgia Critic or Channel Awesome, I watch Phalus Porteous, or Phalus and the Movies. It's got like several different names. Sorry, his actual name is Phelan Porteous, but he calls himself Phalus. So I think his website is called Phalus and the Movies, and he reviews bad cartoon movies and other films as well. Like, he does real life ones as well, live action ones as well. Mainly like he does like more lesser known cartoons rather than ones that are known, like Burbank and Dingo Pictures and Mondo Media or Mondo World or whatever it's called, Bevanfield, Golden Films, Good Time Entertainment, like all of those companies that do films and animations. I don't, all the different versions of fairy tales and things that we already know, like Beauty and the Beast and stuff, Cinderella and what have you, Little Mermaid. And yeah, I find him really funny. Like, I started out actually watching Saberspark. So Saberspark's one of the more famous like reaction channels where they react to cartoons and films and stuff. He mainly does cartoons. He doesn't do live action at all, I don't think. He just does, like, again, bad cartoon films and TV series. He doesn't, he does, I think he does more lesser known ones that are just either bad or weird or whatever. He doesn't hate on all of them, like, he likes some of them that he reviews. And I started out watching him, and now both Saberspark and Phelan, they both reviewed the same cartoon. And I remember I watched Saberspark's version, and I wasn't really impressed. Like, it didn't make me laugh. It was like, I don't know, I just didn't like it. So when I saw Phelan's version of him reviewing the same one, which was called Rap City Street Kids Believe in Santa, this film is really bad. Like, it's so bad. It was just so bad that I just hated the review so much. I actually hated the review so much because I actually hated the film so much. It just didn't appeal to me at all. But so I actively avoided watching Phelan's reaction one to it deliberately because I hated Saberspark's review so much. I just hated it so much I just couldn't watch it. And I just thought I would have the same reaction to that one. So I left it till last. Like, I watched every other one of Phalus's videos apart from that one. But you know what? I'm glad I left it till last and I did actually manage to watch it. I did bring myself to watch it, and oh my god, I'm glad I did. It was the funniest thing ever. Like, I've completely changed my mind. Like, I absolutely loved Phalus's version. So I actually love Phalus more than I love Saberspark. I think Phalus is just so funny. because he's just so sarcastic, he's so critical, he's so insulting, and his insulting jokes are just so fun. Like, I don't know, like Saber Sparks are just dead tame, because obviously Saber Spark is, I guess, more diplomatic and a bit more like, he tries not to be too critical of films, even ones he hates. Like, he will be really critical of ones he hates, but I can tell that he doesn't hate all of them, and that's fine. But I find it less funny. Like, I don't know, I just find Phalos just way more funny. So yeah, I absolutely loved I loved Phalos's review of Rhapsody Street Kids better. And that's actually the funniest video on his channel. That is actually, so I thought it was going to be my least favorite, but it turns out that one was my favorite. That was like the funniest one, because he really just tore it apart, and rightly so. It was just a really bad animated film. It was just so bad. Like, the animation was crap, the texture was crap, or should I say lack of texture. It was just really, really, really bad. And he just made he made jokes about like the characters being like robots, and the way they acted like they didn't know, like they've never seen humans before, and that the robots trying to take off humans. And his like takeoff of how they walked and acted was just so funny. Like, he would walk like them or laugh like them, and he would say, "This is how a human boy laughs or walks," and it was just funny. Like, I don't know, his reactions and his edits are just so hilarious. And yeah, if I was gonna do videos like that, that's what I would be inspired by. It is similar to Nostalgia Critic's ones. Nostalgia Critic is another one that's quite more famous. I'm not sure how famous CinemaSins is, though. He seems to be pretty famous. I'm not sure a lot of people would know him by me mentioning him now. But I think a lot of you might have heard of Saber Spark, but not so much Phalos. And I think a lot of you might have heard about Nostalgia Critic. Same with Chris Chan, because it's like the ones I hear mentioned a lot in other people's videos, they're the ones that seem to be most famous, but I hardly ever hear Phalos being mentioned, except in Nostalgia Critic's videos. He's made references to Phalos. So at least I know that Nostalgia Critic kind of knows about Phalos. I don't know if they're friends or rivals or what, but So yeah, that's what I watch. And I like to, what else do I watch? Oh yeah, I watch predator catching videos. I think they're entertaining. My favourite is Anxiety War, because he actually reads off the chat logs, whereas the others don't. They make you read it. So you have to keep like pausing to read each chat message. And when you're eating, you don't really want to be doing that. So I don't like to stop and start and have to read the videos I'm watching. This is why I would never watch a foreign film with subtitles, because I do not like to read a movie or anything I'm watching. I like to, I kind of like to hear and read at the same time. So both me and my mum like to have subtitles on whatever we're watching, even in English, because it actually helps me to be able to read and hear what the people are saying at the same time. But I can't just hear what people are saying or just read what people are saying on its own, because you end up missing stuff that way. Oh god, I've got something on my eye. 1 minute. I haven't left it at home, have I, my thing? Oh shit, I can see it. It's big and annoying. I've got a flake on my eye and I can see it. It's big and annoying. I'm gonna have to put the phone down in a minute and sort it out. I'm still here, guys, don't worry. We'll be setting off in a minute. Need to see what I'm doing. Okay. What else was I going to say about that? So yeah, that's what I like to do. I always get my most, bestest ideas at night as well. I tend to need to know what I'm doing, so if I know that if I have something specific to do during the day, I prefer that than just getting up and like not knowing what I'm doing. I like to know what I'm doing. I like to have a plan. Only because I've had bad experiences with not having a plan for the day. I think I'm different now, though. I think I can just get up and go with the flow now. But I'm still a tiny bit fearful of it. I'm not sure if anybody else has this experience though. So yeah, sorry about going off on a tangent. I asked you guys opinions on this and if any of you feel the same way about nighttime and daytime, but okay, so unless I have a specific plan for the day, at least this is how it used to be for me when I was younger. Unless I have a specific plan for the day, I don't like getting up early and having a full day if I don't know what I'm doing. Like I'm aware now that I could get up, say, at a reasonable hour, like early, not early morning, but just in the morning or early afternoon. I could get up at that time and I could fill my day. But when I was younger, sometimes I struggled doing that. Like if I got up early and I was just bored, like for most of the day, or I just didn't feel like doing stuff. It was more about the fact that I just didn't feel like doing stuff because I'd feel like crap and lack of imagination and everything. Mainly due to the fact that I was expected to do chores rather than what I wanted to do. So I became stuck. So because I was expected to get up and do specific chores, like my mum would give me specific chores I had to do, I didn't always feel like doing said chores. So a lot what would happen was I would get up early and then just not feel like doing it because I didn't like doing chores. And I would just end up wasting the day like doing nothing. And I would basically not even do what I wanted to do. I would just end up just sitting around and maybe watching YouTube videos. And it didn't feel right. Like doing stuff like that during the day didn't feel right. And I would feel like, I don't know, I'd have like this negative view on the day, if that makes sense. But I feel like I could be more productive now. So say for instance, I did get up early in the day, whether I had a plan or not, I feel like in my head, I've got more of a, what's the word, like more of a knowledge of what I want to be doing during the day than I did before. So even if I don't have a specific plan set up for me, I now know what I'm doing. Because like I say, my mum used to like plan my day for me, if you will. As in, she would basically have me do all these chores. So she had all these chores that she wanted me to do during the day. And there'd be just really daunting tasks, you know. There'd be really daunting tasks. So I would just like dread the day because I didn't want to do the daunting task. But it was only because of my mindset. Like I don't think I'd mind doing so much now. It depends how messy it is. I have to be in a mindset to do things, you know. So if I'm not in the right mindset to do certain things, I don't want to do them. I wish I was the kind of person that is in the mindset to do things all of the time, because that would just be like a lot easier. It's like lately I've been in the mindset to do quite a lot. I've been more a productive mindset lately, like just since last Monday. Since last Monday I've been in a more productive, positive mindset, so I feel more like doing stuff. But unfortunately I'm still in the really bad habits of getting up late. And the funny thing is, even though I'm in a more like positive, productive mindset and I have more energy, both mental and physical energy at the minute, and I feel pretty good at the minute, apart from my eczema. Like my eczema is pretty much the only thing that is the problem now. But I still have a hard time getting up during the day. As in, you know, like the, whatever it's called, I don't know. I still have a hard time like getting motivated to get up during the day. But I think I could do it if I had more of a, you know, if I got to bed earlier, I think I could probably get up earlier. But unfortunately I've been going to bed so late, so of course if I was to get up earlier, it means I would have only had like a few hours sleep. I wouldn't have had much sleep. So I've got all this going on. Anyway, I'm going to go in the shop, so can I get 2 JPS Players Bright Super King, please?
Pretty bright.
Pardon?
Don't have GPS.
Alright then. Thanks anyway. Oh my god, that fucking Donna Hans was in there. Oh my god, that fucking disgusting dickhead Donna Hans was there. And you know what, she wouldn't let me pass. She tried to get in my way, and she just fucking pushed past me to get like past me. Like, she didn't even try to get out of my way, she just like she virtually shoved me. Anyway, I didn't react to it, I just went past. Oh my god. Oh my god, she is an absolute horrible person. Oh my god. I don't know how she recognized me, because she saw me for like 2 seconds and I'm wearing like my disguise clothes. I don't know how she recognized me, but she did. And yeah, I shouldn't have gone in there really. Well, they didn't have what I wanted. Oh my god, of all the fucking people. Oh my god, she looks like a fucking troll. She looks like hey, you know, like Cyrex, and they call her a goblin. She looks like a fucking goblin. She looks as scary as like how she acts. So, you know how they always say you can't judge a book by its cover, and some people are like beautiful on the inside, but they might not look so nice on the outside. Well, her personality and looks match each other. She is both ugly on the inside and looks horrific on the outside. I'm not going to call her ugly, because I don't know, I've been called ugly before and it doesn't feel good. So even though she is a horrible person, she is an ugly person, as in her personality is ugly. Like, she is a horrible person. You know, I would never call her ugly. Like, I would never call anyone ugly. I think it's a horrible word. I know how hurtful it is to be called ugly. So I would never call someone ugly. Whether I think that they don't look so nice or not, I would never call someone ugly. I don't think I ever have, except for a joke. Like, I used to call people ugly in the past. Not real people though. I never called real people ugly. But like, I used to have characters, you know, fantasy characters that were like my friends when I was young, when I was a kid. You know how all kids have imaginary friends? Or I had, you know, I didn't have imaginary friends like invisible friends. My friends were like toys and, you know, pictures, as well as obviously I had friends as well, like real friends. I had real life friends, family, cousins and everything, but I also had like imaginary friends in my fantasy world and stuff, and they were like pictures and stuffed toys rather than invisible ones. I had quite a number of them, and I used to, like I say, I used to identify as this like really cruel, evil, vindictive sort of character. So I used to call my picture friends, and they weren't like friends, they weren't really friends, they were more like my associates, if you will. So they weren't really friends as such. Like, we were more like enemies. We're not enemies, I don't know. It's like, you know, where they have to deal with me and I'm like their employer or something. Or they'd be my subjects or slaves or servants or something. And I used to call them ugly. And I never even thought it. Like, I thought that my characters were really good looking. But I used to call them ugly just to insult them. But I don't think I ever called anybody ugly for real. And even now with these people who are being, you know, really nasty to me, like her, I would never call them ugly, even though they're absolutely horrible people. I would never call them ugly. Are those people gone now? Oh good, there was some people behind me. Yeah, see, unfortunately I've just said that I'm like feeling positive at the minute, and now I've just had an encounter with her. This always happens, and I think it might be like a test. Whenever I have whenever I have a good time or something, I don't know, it's weird because I start out, everything seems fine, and like I have a, good experiences with people, but then something will happen and I'll have like a bad experience of some description, or see somebody that gives me like bad feelings like she does. Like, you didn't see it, unfortunately, but she really, I had no choice but to pass her, unfortunately. I try and avoid her because she's just, just really horrible. And she does give me bad vibes. Not bad, I'm not going to say bad feelings, because I'm not letting her, ruin my positive feelings, my positive energy and stuff. But she gives me bad vibes. Like, I don't think any of the hooligans have ever given me bad vibes like she does. Like, those hooligans are just they're just like petty idiots. And I've never gotten, obviously I've got slight bad vibes from them because they were actively terrorizing me and targeting me and harassing me. But her, for some reason, of all the people, she gives me like proper bad vibes. Like, worse than any other hooligan. In fact, all the grown-up ones do. I don't know, the grown-up ones seem more threatening than the kids. That's beautiful. I can't see it very well because of the bushes. Well, there we go. Wow, that is one mess of Christmas stickers, lights and decorations in one window. It is brilliant. I love it so much. And there's some over there you can probably see. Hi, Anthony. Do you know I keep calling you Antonio? Sorry about that. Anthony. Hi, Anthony. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I feel more positive now. Apart from the fact that I'm freezing. We've got some more decorations over here. Anyway, we're going to forget about her now. Let's not give her... Let's pretend she doesn't exist, because that's the best way. That's the best thing for these people. They're just absolutely awful human beings, and they don't really deserve my time and attention, and they don't really deserve my acknowledgement of, of them existing. So let's pretend she doesn't exist. That's gorgeous. They've done better before. They've had like things outside as well, like there was a tree and reindeer. Oh, there's some more over here. It's gorgeous. I like to see the lights. I like coming out nearer Christmas time because I get to see all the decorations and the lights that people put out. Those people back there they've got lights there, but they haven't put them on. They didn't have... Beautiful. They didn't have the candy canes on still. But yeah, they've got candy canes. That would be absolutely gorgeous, but for some reason, the 2 times that I've actually come out live streaming, they've not had them on. Now, there was somebody over there that had lights on, but they've not got their lights on yet, so bugger. So I've still got to get JPS Players Bright Super King. Bloody hell, my hand. One of my hands is absolutely frozen. And believe it or not, it's not the hand I'm live streaming with. It's the other one, my left one. I need to go to the shop still. I need to get JPS. But I'm worried that horrible woman will be there. What if I encounter her again? Do you know what? She doesn't normally come out at this time. This is one of the things, this is one of the, now it's not the main reason, but it's like a bonus. The main, one of the bonus reasons why I like to come out late is because I don't usually encounter her. The latest I encounter her is usually about 6:30, maybe 7 at the latest. But after 7 p.m, I don't usually see her, so I thought maybe she doesn't come out after that time. But I guess I was wrong. I was wrong. No Christmas parades, unfortunately. It's been quite miserable the last few years around Christmas, as in there's no Christmas events or, you know, Christmas fairs and Christmas markets and Christmas fairs, markets, parades, like anything like that. It sucks. Because I remember the last time me and my mum went to one. Can't remember when it was. It's quite a number of years ago. I'm trying to think. I think I was 20. The dog there. Nicholson Damhell Square Street. Nicholson Damhell Square Street. Yeah, what age was I now? I think I was 23. Yeah, I was 23, and we went to Ashton, and they had a Christmas fair there. Like, it was a proper event, like a big event. Like, the whole place was just teeming with people and stalls and rides and other like Christmas attractions, big decorations, and an ice skating rink, all sorts of things. So everyone's been friendly that I've encountered today, apart from that horrible woman. How much did I miss? Hi, Sean. I'm glad you're here. You missed quite a lot. Like, you're quite late today. Well, that's okay. You're here now. I'm absolutely freezing. My hands are so cold. How much did I miss? Yeah, you missed quite a lot. You missed, you didn't see her, unfortunately, because I put my camera away, because I knew I'd probably get in trouble for recording in the shop, so I put my phone away, but one of that nasty woman came in the shop, and she pushed past me. Like, she was really trying to shove me. She was using her body to, like, shove me to the side. I'm just wondering, because I'm in the shop, maybe I should have said something, like, you know, I should have said, "Excuse me, stop pushing me," or something. Like, it was very obvious that she was deliberately trying to shove me, like, really hard. We had our open parade last Saturday. Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, they don't really do much here anymore. They probably used to at one point, like, before COVID. I'm not really sure. There's never really been a lot of hype about anything. I don't know. We don't do stuff as big as, like, America does things. Oh God, I really hope I don't meet that woman again when I go to the shop now, because I'm going to have to go to the shop to get my mum's cigs. I'm hoping I don't meet her. Like I say, she gives me really bad vibes. Like, she's really just... She seems like she's not human. Like, it doesn't feel like she's human. She feels like some kind of, like, a freaking witch or a troll or a goblin or something. That's what she reminds me of. Absolute pure evil. That's why I get such bad vibes, I think. I don't really feel like these kids are humans. Like the kids that have harassed us over the years, they feel like more like fucking demons. But I don't get as bad of vibes from them as I did with her. Especially the fact that she touched me. Like she actively tried to shove me. Oh, that's even worse. Like their energy's already bad, but when they touch you as well, oh my god. It's like, it rubs off on you, doesn't it? It's like, oh, here we go, look. The bad vibes just rub off on you when you're fucking... When people like that touch you. That is so cool, that's really nice. Didn't notice the Santas before. They've got ones as well. Huh. It's quite annoying that you didn't get a notification. Oof. Hope they're still open. Oh no! I don't think they're open now. You're kidding. Shit. You should have decked her halls. Oh, great. I'm gonna have to tell Mum I don't have them. Oh, bloody hell. I can't believe it. They're shut. Nope, I've been told not to react to these people, so I'm not reacting to them. My mum told me that how I react to them should be pretending that they do not exist. Because that's what she... Do you know what? She actually wants me to do something like that. She wants me to do something, you know, irrational and aggressive. She's angling for a fight. This is why she's doing this. It is really annoying, and my instinct, like in the past, my instinct would have been to like act aggressively and, you know, like shout at her. But no, that's what she wants. That's what all these people want. All these hooligans from around here, they deliberately goad me and treat me badly. Like whether they, you know, insult me or whatever. Because they're actually hoping that I will react in a negative way. Like whether I shout at her or, you know, do something back. So that they can say, oh, she did this and she did that and oh, she, you know. Because that's what they go back and tell their friends. But if I do nothing, they can't do anything. They can't go back to their friends and associates and say, oh, she did this and she did that. So it doesn't matter what happens. They're always going to twist it so that I'm the bad guy. So that they have more rumours that they can spread about me. And I'm not giving them that. It's like I walked past this boy one time. And I'd walked past him a few times and he sort of heckled me. And this one time he freaking roared at me. And you know what? I did react to him. And it was brilliant at the time, but you know that he's probably gone back to his mates and said, oh, I encountered Wolfie today. Oh, she chased me. She did this, that, the other. But no, I'm not giving them any reasons to go back to the little mates and spread more rumours about me. But if I hope that every time I encounter her, it is in a shop, though. Oh, fuck it. Oh, I can't fucking see. I've just dropped the damn keys. I hope that I do encounter her every time in a shop, because if she does anything to me in a shop, they will see that she's the bad guy. But yeah, I'm giving her absolutely no reason to fucking accuse me of anything. As much as it is tempting to deck these people, or shout at them, or react in some way, I ain't reacting. I'm just going to react to these people as if nothing's happening, as if they don't exist. And that's that. I'm going to go tell my mum what happened. Let's go tell my mum. I'm telling on her. Hey, Mama. I'm back, and guess what happened? So everyone was really nice. But unfortunately, I ran into that fucking Donna Hands again, didn't I?
Oh,
Now, one of the reasons, not the main reason, but one of the reasons I go out this late, it's like a bonus, is the fact that I never encounter her at these times. From what I observed, from when I was going out a bit earlier, she seems to mainly go out every hour on the hour. And it seemed like it was up until about maybe 6:30, 7 o'clock. But I never encountered her when I went out at these times. Like 7, 8, 9 at night.
right.
But today I saw her. Oh. And I don't know how she recognised me because I'm in this disguise. With my hood up and everything. But she did. Unfortunately, she and I went into the shop at the same time.
Oh,
Well, I went in first and then she kind of came up to the counter after. And as I passed her, she bloody shoved me. Because it was like this narrow, and we were getting...
yeah.
So instead of, most people would try and get out of the way as much as possible, she deliberately got in my way and shoved me. And
I hope you didn't, thingy on it.
what?
Fall for it.
I completely ignored it. I just went past and went about my way. I know she's trying to get a reaction out of me, that's why I won't...
Of course, she said she wants you
She
to-
wants a fight, she wants an argument,
Yep.
but I won't give her one.
Good.
So don't worry, I know how to deal with these people. Like you said before, act as if they don't exist
Yep.
and that they're not doing anything. And if I'm in a shop and they give me a hard time, the people in the shop will be able to see that, she's the one doing something bad.
Exactly.
And if she gives me a hard time to the point where you can't ignore it, I can just go up to an employee and say, this person's doing this, that, the other, give me a hard time.
Yep. Absolutely. Oh yeah, never.
Rise to the occasion.
Rise to
The bait, yeah.
best thing to do is do what that other person did and go and complain to the establishment.
Yeah. This better because you just look as bad as they do if you react to them as well as giving them an excuse to fight and more things for them to go back to little hooligans and spread rumours about. Oh, she did this and she did that. Oh, she started an argument with me.
Forgetting the fact that she pushed you in the first place, of course.
That's assault. It's actually assault what she did to me. Do you think I should ring the police like the 111 people?
Leave it alone. Only if it's what I call a continuous thing.
Well, it has been kind of continuous every time I encounter her. She gives me a hard time. Alright.
If she does it again, just mark it down that it's what's happened today.
Alright, I'll put it in my diary.
And then if anything happens
Again. Yes, this is terrible. I shouldn't have to go out there and worry about...
The thing to do, Kirsty, is write down whenever you come across her and what she does, right?
Yeah.
Then if it's what I call a regular thing, not one or two, just a regular thing. Then ring them up and say, just to let you know, I keep getting assaulted by this person. I got assaulted by her on this date, that date, the other date, the other date. Do you know what I mean? Have a few, because you know from past, right, when those roofers did what they did to us,
Yeah.
and I tried to get somebody to help me, they wouldn't, because this person had never done anything
Yeah,
like
it was their first
before.
crime, or at least
So
their
it
first
didn't
reported
matter
crime.
what they put me through, because like I said to the guy, well, they have to start somewhere.
Exactly. Plus, it's
And
nipping it in the bud.
what I've gone through, you know, something should have been done about it, right? Well, this is the same with her.
Well, I said, this is not her
You've
first crime.
You've not had any problems with her for how long now?
Yes, I have. Every time I see her, it's
No,
the only
no.
difference.
How long ago?
Yeah, but the only difference is I've not seen her for a while. But if I'd have seen her between then and now, she would have still given me a hard time every single bloody time.
It doesn't matter. How long ago is it between the last time you saw her and this time?
Let's see.
Roughly. Before Jake, while you've been seeing Jake.
Let me think about this. I don't remember. I know I saw her about a month or two ago.
But she hadn't seen you or nothing happened.
Well, she saw me and glowered at me, but she wasn't close enough to do anything.
Yeah, well, it's
She was
alright,
passing,
Calvin's not offended.
so she didn't have a. Yeah, but she
Calvin's
wanted
not
to.
offended. Go on, carry on.
Let me think. The worst encounter, of course, was when. Because that was a while ago. That was last year at some point, in the corner shop, I think it was.
Right, so.
But the other times I've seen her since then, and she's passed me and glowered at me.
Yeah, but she's not assaulted you. She's not been offensive. She's not effed and jeffed at you.
No, but you can tell she wants to.
It doesn't matter. You'll know what I'm trying to say to you when I find out little bits and pieces, which is why I'm asking the questions.
Fair enough.
So far.
So the last time she was proper offensive was when she actually said, "If you nod your head at me again, I'm gonna floor you." That's what she said.
Right. So when was that?
I can't remember exactly when it was, but I think it was sometime last year, 2022.
Right. So therefore,
winter.
There's been how many months?
In fact, I think it was like November last year. I think it was about a year ago.
So nothing's happened for a year, and now you've had this encounter.
Yeah.
Right? If at any time there's more, just keep writing them down, and then.
Don't worry, I will.
Eventually, you can ring up the police and say, every time I meet this person, she's either offensive with language,
threatening,
yeah, or assaulting me. You give them
and accusing me of things.
Yeah, you can give them all the details of it and say, is there any way that this can be stopped? Because now I'm going out. I mean, even though this isn't true, you can say, I'm going out later and later.
To avoid her.
And really, I'd just like to go back to feeling more secure.
Yeah.
And safe.
Yeah.
To go out at other times of the day.
I mean, it's partly true. I do feel that I do dread bumping into her.
You're pushing home that this person has now got you
to a point where I feel scared of going out and running into her. Yeah.
Exactly. So, but you need to record absolutely everything.
Yeah.
From when the last assault was.
I've got a video of it, so.
Well, last year, you can, if you've got notes of everything she did last year.
Yeah.
Then, because you've not seen her all this year.
I've seen her a couple of times.
No, you know what I mean, Kurt.
I know, yeah.
It doesn't matter that you see her and she can glower at you all she likes. It's not anything that the police are going to be interested in. They'll just be interested in abuse and getting you to the point where by you're now bothered about going out at any other time in case you run into her and
yeah.
you feel that this is wrong and it's not good for your mental health. You know what they're like about mental health these days and blame it on everything.
Quite right.
So just use it to your advantage. So don't, and then if in the next year she does the same thing, just a couple more times, then you can just, or even one more time, and then you can ring them up and say, look, in 2022,
Yeah.
this woman did this, that, and the other, and
Yeah.
got you to the place you're in now. Is there anything that can be done about this woman? Because, and you've had witnesses, haven't you? Have you? Has there anybody seen
Well, like I say, I got
in a shop?
yeah in the shop. They will have witnessed it because that post office
And what
woman was
about
there.
tonight?
Tonight,
Who's witnessed it tonight?
there was nobody who saw it because the guy who works there was behind his counter and there's like lots of things blocking his view, so they won't. But it probably was on camera. It probably will have been on the CCTV. But in order for it to be significant, I would have to tell them about it. So maybe go back to the shop and say, you know what, when I left the shop yesterday, that woman that came in after me, she shoved me. She was actively trying to shove
And
me.
have you got it on CCTV?
Yeah, have you got it on CCTV?
Because if this is true, you can then even ring the police if they've got proof. Because anybody can say they shoved anybody, but they'll need proof. If they've got it on CCTV, you can say to them, can you keep that? Because I'd like to contact the police because this isn't the first time that she's given me a problem in this shop
Yeah.
and at other times outside of the shop.
Well, it was a different shop.
Oh.
The first one happened at Waz's. This one happened at Felice.
This one tonight.
Yeah. Because I went in there for your cigs. Unfortunately, they didn't have them, so...
Have I got no cigs then?
You've got the 2 sovereign ones.
That's no good. What about the rest of them?
Yeah, sorry, they didn't have them.
Well, why didn't you go somewhere else?
I did. They were shut.
So I have to stop then.
So basically, I got the wrong cigs, basically. Great.
No, you could have got just one of each. That would have been more help.
Well, I didn't know that. I thought you wanted 2 of each. So I just, for once...
Yes, when I was thinking about the whole scenario. But if you... I can't keep covering every basis. Right, so Kirsty,
Right,
if
no
you can't
shit.
get all
Here we go
4,
again.
get one of each. It's up to you to know that at least I've got one of each now. I'm fucked.
Oh, bloody hell.
It doesn't matter, doesn't matter. You're going out tomorrow.
No, I'm not. It's Sunday. I'm not going out on a Sunday.
Oh.
I'll go out Monday.
Why can't you just go to One Stop? Don't they tell things?
Yeah, they do.
Well, go out there, why don't you go there?
I did. It was shut.
No, well, I mean, why don't you go there tomorrow? Just nip out there, get a cup.
It's so, I don't want to go out again just to nip on Sunday.
They're not going to last. That's why I'm asking. Oh, God.
Bloody hell. So
and
all...
also, listen to me.
Oh, I just
Listen
knew this
to
day
me.
had to go
Listen
bad.
to me. Listen to me.
Oh.
Listen to me.
I should never say I'm having a positive experience all day. It always goes to shit like this.
Do you remember what you said to me before about thinking?
Fucking hell.
About thinking. Now, you're under no stress whatsoever, and yet you couldn't work out, what am I getting on Monday? What am I getting on Monday? 5 sovereign.
Oh. Yes.
So, really, if anything, you should have got me 2 JPS.
I didn't know how desperate you were for them.
I told you. Ah! This day is shit. I said to you not that long ago when we were discussing cigarettes, I said I'm out of both of them. And I'll need some to tide me over with Sovereign until I get them on Monday. And I've got this is, all I've got in JPS is 2. That's all I've got. I told you
Well, that'll last you until Monday.
Well,
2 JPS? Oh, you mean
JPS.
I thought you meant packs.
No, of course not. I won't be asking you to get 4, 2 of each. You've got 4 of them, for God's sake. Oh. so you'll have to go tomorrow.
Oh, bloody hell.
You'll have to just nip out and nip back. Well, I mean nip out and nip back.
Well, obviously.
And earlier than getting up at 7 o'clock at night. Because I've got 2 cigarettes, that's all I've got. So, mind you're not that desperate. Just that, the reason why I like to go between... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, hang on. Wait a minute. I've not got GPS. I've got... Oh. Got 4 JP. I forgot I put them as my main ones at the moment because of...
It's a nightmare.
because I was low on sovereign. I like to... It doesn't matter. No, it's all right. It's okay.
So, am I going tomorrow or not?
I'll see how I go tonight. See what? Right. Let me try and explain things to you. I know it's a ball ache, but you know, I'm human.
It is a ball ache.
I need.
It is a ball ache. Most people would just use what they've got. So that would be the sovereigns.
It's not like if I could get the ones I originally started with, this wouldn't be a fucking problem.
Which ones are those?
Well, I don't know because I can't remember the name.
Was it Chesterfield?
Chesterfield.
Chesterfield
Right.
Bright?
But they decide whatever the peppermint flavoured ones, whatever they were.
Yeah.
But somebody decided somewhere to ban the fucking thing. So I was left with finding out what I'm going to be useful with. I need a stronger one because, right, as a smoker, every smoker knows that the best satisfied cigarette is after eating. So I have the stronger cigarette after food, which I'm now eating more of. When I used to eat like once a day, that was fine, but I'm now eating every 4 hours through the day if I can.
Right.
Right? And the rest of the time, I have these.
The less stronger ones.
But
Sovereign.
occasionally, and only occasionally, I think to myself, you know what, I fancy a stronger one. Because having them all the time, I don't know. It doesn't.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain.
Oh, it doesn't hit the spot as
yeah,
much.
it doesn't hit the spot, so I'll have a stronger one.
Right.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's the only way I can explain it.
Okay, I understand completely, but I was just wondering, like, can't you go for just one day without that and just, you know, it could be something like to look forward to.
I've just found out now, Kirsty,
Yes, I know. Stop saying.
that I had more of the JPS because I've been using the main ones because I was running out of sovereign.
Right.
So the fact that you bought me 2 packs is fine now, isn't it?
So you're okay to wait till Monday now?
So, yeah.
Okay, brilliant.
That's what I just said. I said all that.
Right, as long as I know what I'm doing. Now I'm fine.
Right, now can we get back to this? I want to know if we saw this, and I don't remember it, but you might.
I don't think I recognise that one.
No, so I'll keep that one.
Yeah, good.
So I was gonna ask you last night, but I forgot.
Anyway, I've got stuff to do now.
What about school when that?
That's what I'm trying to sort out. Oh no! Oh yeah, it's all right. Sorry. Anyway, right. Okay. So that's that. I haven't ordered the curry yet, guys. Before I start getting moaned at about that, I need to order the curry. So I'm just gonna stop the. Well, I'm not gonna stop the live stream, but I'm gonna go off this. I'm gonna order the curry, but I'll be back in a minute. So just give me a few minutes. I'm just gonna order the curry. So obviously I have to use this phone to order it on. Because technically I could use the landline phone, but then I won't get the payment thing. So I'm going to go off this and I'm going to did the payment thing, you know, I'm going to phone them from my mobile, so I get the text saying, you know, pay via via text, you know, because that's how I do it, because I've got no cash. So I will come back on. Like, it'll just take me probably like 5-10 minutes to do this, so don't go anywhere. In the meantime, just let me know what you thought of that interaction, because that was quite explosive, wasn't it? You know, she does get very like uptight about if she doesn't have cigs, because it's one of her only vices, I guess, one of her only one of the only things that kind of makes her happy. So you've got to sort of understand that she's only got like cigarettes, food, and TV pretty much in her life right now. So for anyone who criticizes my mum's behavior for that, I understand that obviously that was very explosive and it wasn't good, but at the same time you can kind of get that she gets really uptight about these things because it's important to her. Like, it's really important to her that she has these little routines or whatever, given the fact that she's not got much in her life. So yeah, but just let me know what you thought of that explosiveness regarding cigarettes, though, because I would like to know what your guys' take on that would be. So yeah, I'll see you in a second. I'm gonna go order the curry and I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. There we go. See, that didn't take long at all, did it? I'm not sure how long that took, but I think it took about probably less than 5 minutes. I should have timed it. Right. Even though I'm freezing, I'm going to show you my outfit. So I'm wearing this again, just because it's quick and easy. I actually don't like this waistcoat very much because, I don't know, for some reason it exaggerates how big my boobs are. I prefer my other waistcoat because it flattens my chest. It's actually like, it acts as a binder. It's quite tight around the chest, so, and then it's sort of looser here, so it kind of gives me that sort of flat here, and then it kind of graduates into like a belly, so it makes me look like I've got a flat chest, which is always good. Right, so this is another fat acceptance live stream again. Sorry we haven't talked much about that. I was getting there. I didn't know what more to say about that, but I had quite a lot of things to talk about and say. It's just I didn't know how to title my video. I've made a few videos. So I've got this new drawing that I made of my character Jeremiah, who is me. I'm Jeremiah, but I did a version of him / me as a pharaoh. So I'm going to show you that picture because I know I've uploaded the videos of me doing the line art, but unfortunately I lost the video. I actually did do a video of me colouring him in with my new pigmented pencils. But yeah, I lost the video. Sorry about that. I was going to edit it. I was going to add music. It was going to be brilliant, but I deleted the wrong video. I was trying to delete the videos that I'd uploaded to YouTube already so that I'd have more space. But unfortunately, I deleted the wrong ones. I thought that they were the ones of me talking. So I'm going to go get that for you guys. Don't let me forget. But first, I'm just going to write down the incident today. Because gotta log it, like my mum said. Gotta log it. So yeah. So you know when I used to ring up the police about these incidents, they used to ask me, you know, and a lot of people ask me, like when I tell them that I get harassed by these people, I get asked by the police and whoever I tell. Hang on, I'm on the wrong day here. Yeah, here it is. I was on the right day after all. I get asked like, why do you think they harass you? Why do you think they treat you badly? And my mum used to always get really pissed off when people asked that, because it's kind of, in her mind, it's like they're accusing you, like they're saying like, what have you done to upset them, sort of thing. But I thought, you know, maybe it's a possibility they're trying to ascertain if it's like a hate crime or not, like if they're targeting you, you know, for a reason, like say for instance, you know, they're trying to ascertain if there is a legitimate reason for them harassing you, like if you've done something wrong, or if they're harassing you because they're actually bullying you, because they're targeting you for being, say, different in some way. So if you're a minority of some description. And it made me think, you know, because over the years, ever since they all started hating on us and harassing us, which happened since I was like 10, and she was one of them, like she was what the parents of one of them that used to harass us. And, you know, they have over the years called me names, like they've called me the R word. Now, I know you're not supposed to say this on YouTube, but I think that's only like excessively, because apparently it's a very offensive word. And it is, I can see why. The word retard or retarded, like they apparently did used to think that. They never really used that word exactly, but the way they used to talk about me suggested that they thought I was, you know, I had a mental illness of some description. That meant that I was mentally challenged in some way, or, you know, whatever. I don't know why they thought this. Like, nobody knew why. I just remember I used to hear it all the time. Or should I say, people used to say this to my mum, and she used to tell me about it. Apparently, people used to ask her, is there something wrong with, you know, me? They say, oh, is there something wrong with her? And they call me her, obviously, because, you know, but I am trans male, so remember that I identify as male. But when I refer to myself as a her, I'm just saying this is what people think or say. Like when they think about me, or if they say stuff about me, they will refer to me as a her. Okay, but yeah, because I've been asked about that too. Like, why do I refer to myself as a her if I think of myself as a him? And I'm not referring to myself as her. I'm just saying this is what other people say about me. This is what they see and assume and call me. So anyway, so yeah, so when people used to see me when I was younger and, you know, observe me or whatever, they used to automatically assume there was something wrong with me. I don't know why, by the way. Like, I will have just been acting like a normal child, but there must have been something in my mannerisms at the time that suggested there was something wrong with me. I don't know. As in, not something wrong with me, really, but like I was different in some way, mentally. And my mum used to tell me about it, about how people would ask, is there something wrong with her? And apparently she also told me that somebody thought I was autistic or something. And I thought, how can you tell in a child, like, all children act crazy, you know, all children act hyperactive and like a certain way. Like, you can't really tell in children, unless you're like with, you know, like if you observed other children and then observed that one child that's autistic or mentally ill in some way, how could you really tell unless you spend a lot of time with them versus other, you know, neurotypical children? Like, so I don't know how people could first meet me and assume that. I find that odd, but I've heard it all my life, and I also heard it from these people who harassed me as well. These people who harassed me in the past used to say stuff about me being mentally ill or something. So when I tell these police people, like, why did they harass you? When I tell them the reason, I could say, well, it's because they think that I'm different and they're actually discriminating against me because they think I'm different and they think I'm mentally ill in some way. Maybe they think I'm autistic. And it's really, I find that kind of weird. The other reason why I find that weird is because when they used to come and harass us, you know, they were like these set gangs, like we knew the people in the gangs, like we knew their names and everything. We kind of found out that amongst these gangs that used to harass us, they did have a friend who was mentally ill. There really was something wrong with him because he was in a car accident and he hit his head and he wasn't the same after that, so he had like a bit of a mental illness due to an accident. So I find it really odd that they accepted that guy and didn't bully him, but for some reason they targeted me and bullied me and harassed me because, or at least they made that one of the reasons. Like before it was, I've told you when it first started, it's because, like, I don't know, we lived in this house on our own and, you know, it was like single parent and my mum used to dress like in black and stuff. So that's like why they first sort of targeted us. At least that's what we thought. We didn't really know, like, for sure why they harass us. I don't know, because I can't read their minds. And when they come and harass us, they don't really, like, say a reason why they harass us. They just harass us. So we don't know the actual reason why they target us. We have just assumed these things because that's all we can do, because we don't know for sure. So from what I've gleaned from what they have said over the years is that they think that there's something mentally wrong with me and it's because I'm different and that I dress as a wolf sometimes. You know, I dress in my tail and ears and they can't handle it and they're judgmental bullies. So as far as I'm concerned, they're already of this mindset, as in they're like the hooligan types, they're bullies, you know, they're not nice people. And then someone comes along who's not like them, who's a bit different. So my mum was different because she wore black and she's a single parent and living in a property that's slightly different from everybody else's. And, you know, with the whole single parent thing, single parents were always like targets. Well, single women anyway, single mothers. Because in everybody's minds, like, single women were more vulnerable than single males or families in which there is a male protector person. So my mum used to always say, oh, they harass us because it's just us two and there's no man around. You know, they wouldn't she used to say stuff like they wouldn't harass us if there was a man around. You know, because obviously the man would go out and duff them up, you know, they'd be scared of the man, but they're not scared of women and children. Like, obviously I was a child. So same now, like, you know, I'm older and I'm perceived as a female and you know, like, I'm quite short and small, like I'm narrow, I'm not huge, am I? So, you know, although I'm not like skinny, I'm still kind of small. I'm slimish, you know, slimish chubby, but to everyone who perceives me, I'm just small. Everyone thinks I'm female. So, you know, it's kind of like, I guess they feel like that they can pick on me because I am smaller and in their minds like weaker or something, like I'm vulnerable, I'm a target, you know, an easy target. I mean, I'm not, like, in my mind I'm not, like, I don't think that that's right. I think that that's a terrible mindset. I think it's bad and it doesn't have a place in today's society. But these are the only reasons I can glean why they harass us, because, like I say, in society, people don't really tend to harass men like they would harass what's perceived as females. It could even be like a small man or boy, like they might be targeted as well because they're smaller and perceived as more weak. So they're like, oh yeah, they can. Like, we can harass them, we can bully them because they're weaker. But of course, they can't admit that. They can't admit that that's the reason why they harass us. So of course, they make up these reasons, like that I've done something actually bad. Like, they've all tried to pin me down that I do something first, like that I've antagonize these kids first. And they're just reacting to me doing something wrong. And they've tried, like I say, to pin us on like child abuse, my mum that is, and then like more recently animal abuse. And of course that's all wrong. The dogs, as you know, got sick, they got old, and it was nothing to do with us, because I mean we spoiled our animals. Like the 2 dogs that ended up getting sick and dying, they were spoiled and they lived a really long life. But then unfortunately they saw the state of the dogs, because the one of them got skinny, even though he was well fed, but he got skinny in the end because he had allergies and other like health problems. And then he died, but he was treated really well. And then our latest dog that also lived until he was like 15, he only just started, like, he stopped eating because he had liver and kidney failure and stuff. But he was spoiled. We fed him loads of food, like not too much, obviously. We didn't overfeed him. But he was fed very well and he was treated very well, and he always got treats and everything he needed or wanted. But because he was skinny, the people around here unfortunately saw him because he escaped, as you know, and he ran away for a bit. And of course the people on the street saw him, and of course word got around that he was dead skinny. And unfortunately the word got to the shitty, nasty, horrible woman that already doesn't like us and is trying to pin something on us, something bad that we've done. Like they're trying to get us on something, you know what I mean? They're trying to make out that we've done something bad, so they have like an excuse as to why they harass us. Because obviously they need an excuse, like when the police are rang and the police speak to them, they need to have a reason why they harass us when they're speaking to the police. Because of course they can't say, oh well, we harass them because they live in a bigger house, and oh well, we harass them because they dress in black, oh well, we harass us because, you know, the whatever they call me, like the younger one of the 2 that live there, you know, the daughter that lives there. Oh yeah, she's dead weird and dresses like a wolf and howls. Like they can't tell the police that, can they? Because that looks bad. That's not a reason to harass someone and bully someone, is it? Like not a good reason. Like obviously it is a reason, but it's not a good reason. Not in the police's eyes, not in the law's eyes, not in society's eyes. Like we all know that society as a whole does judge anyone who's different, but it's like it's not acceptable to do that, is it? So in the eyes of the law and actual good moral people, it's not a good excuse to make someone's life a living hell and bully someone and harass someone just because they're different and just because they dress a bit different or like they have a mental illness. Because I don't know if I have a mental illness or not, because I've never been diagnosed with anything. But I do know that I do think and maybe behave slightly different to people, you know, normal people. I've never been diagnosed, so I don't know. I'm trying to get diagnosed. Like I've put in to be diagnosed for ADHD and autism because I suspect it's a possibility I may have them. But I've never done anything bad or wrong to upset these people. Like I've never done anything to actually piss people off, not proper. But they do get pissed off by me anyway. Like whatever it is, whatever reasons in their brain that they have for disliking me, for hating me, they're not moral ones, they're not good reasons. Not justified. So as far as I'm concerned, and most of society is concerned, their reasons for hating me, they don't fit into society, you know, they're not morally justified for giving someone a hard time. So of course they make up all these, they have to get me on something, so they make stuff up. Obviously they can't be seen to be making stuff up about me because that also makes them look bad. So what they do is they try and either find something that they can pin me on, something bad that I've done, or they try and goad me. And, you know, they act all aggressive and they do stuff, obviously not in public, but when there's no one around, they'll do stuff that's bad to antagonize me. Like they'll call me names or they'll rattle the gate, or if I'm out they'll say something or do something to, you know, trigger me so that I will fly into a like an aggressive rage, and I will do something like chase them or shout at them or whatever. So of course that makes me look bad, so they can kind of build up this reputation for me. They're building me up a reputation. They're trying to make me react to them. They're trying to make me go or whatever, or chase them, or like shout at them or swear at them, so that they can kind of go to other people. And if the police ever speak to them, they can kind of say, well, she did this and she said that, and oh, she acted all aggressive, and oh, she did, you know, she acted insane. Like, they're actively trying to make me act insane. They're trying to get that reaction from me so that I will react to them, so that they can go back and say. And then of course they rile everyone else up, so they get like this whole group of people on their side, all thinking the same way, all thinking that I'm this bad person, because they're just building up this reputation for me. So over the years, and I didn't realize this at the time, obviously this didn't, like, it didn't gel with me that this is what they were trying to do. So of course I used to take the bait, like, you know, when I was younger I used to take the bait, and whenever they used to come and harass me, or like if I was in the street and they'd goad me and they'd bully me and harass me in the street, I used to like take the bait and I'd sometimes react to them in an aggressive way, because as far as I'm concerned, I'm just defending myself, and I saw nothing wrong with defending myself. But that's what they want. They want me to defend myself so that I look like the psycho. I look like the one that has a problem with them. Because whenever I used to say, like, why do you have a problem with me? Like, what's your problem? Why are you, you know, calling me these names? Why are you acting this way towards me? And they used to say, oh, we've got no problem with you. Oh, no, we don't have a problem with you, but you're the one who's doing this and that and the other, you know. Yeah, the live stream was cut off, sorry. It's back again now. Somebody rang me. It was the curry people. Oh, my phone's about to die, by the way, so it'll probably cut off again in a minute. I'm just going to pop it on charge. I am going to be gone in a bit. Uh-oh. Right, there we go. Right, so yeah, it cut off. It's back now, but I'm not going to be live long now because I've got the curry. But I just wanted to say something real quick before I leave. So I've written it in my diary thing about what happened today. So that I've got a lovely log of all the bad things that she does, so that if I have to call the police, she's got all her nasty actions are well documented. So she's the one who looks bad, not me, because, you know, she's the one actively being a bully. Anyway, so you know that I told you I was watching this thing called Blood, Sex and Royalty, and it was about Henry VIII. So somebody assured me, apparently they confirmed my suspicion, which was that the actor playing him is thinner and muscular, because they confirmed that it was because he was slimmer and muscular when he was younger, because he did a lot of sports and he was very active. Apparently had a jousting accident, and that's what caused him to be more sedentary. And of course he ate a lot of food, so he got fat. later on in life, I guess. So now I know. I didn't know that, but now I know. I do like to learn about history. It's quite interesting. But you know what's weird is in this documentary, there was the woman that's like, there's a few women, the people that narrate it. Oh my god. There's a few people that sort of narrate it, historians or whatever. And they said something about, I think it was like to do with the treasury or something of England. And they said it comes to this many dollars. And I'm like, what? It's Britain. Why are you saying dollars? So I was quite confused about that. So I was wondering, like, do they have a predominantly American audience with the documentary as well? And that's why they're saying dollars, because we're in England. It's a British documentary. Like, the documentary is made by British people. And, you know, I guess it was on, like, BBC or whatever at some point. Now it's on Netflix. I don't know. But is it because they have a predominantly American audience or something, so they're catering to that and saying how much it would come to in dollars rather than pounds? I just find it odd that they've mentioned dollars instead of pounds when it's a British documentary about a British king and the treasury is in England and it's in British money. So I just thought it was odd that they said dollars. I was quite confused when they said dollars. So if you guys know why they mentioned dollars in this documentary, I'm quite curious about that as well. So yeah, I think that's all for now. I'm gonna go now. I want to continue streaming, but I've got to do dinner, so I'm gonna put dinner together. So I'll talk to you guys later in the next live stream or videos I might see before then in new videos that I'm putting together. My next videos are going to be about drama on Phoebe again. So I've had a lot of hate on a post I made on Phoebe, which to me was innocent, but apparently a bunch of people got offended by it because, you know, I don't know, people on Phoebe seem to be very sensitive and what have you. So yeah, so the next one's going to be about more drama on Phoebe. Goodbye for now. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and donate, please.